when this entire thing was happening, that Dangal became the biggest hit, and um, one of your clips went. A lot of people, they started taking note of it. You have said in some interview that uh, in 100 years, if anyone in Bollywood can really be remembered, then it is going to be Aamir Khan. And what you said about the promotion part as well, I think it's extremely interesting that he doesn't over promote. He doesn't really just get into too much of the entire fans thing as well. That various fan club, the way a lot of other stars they tend to pursue. And somewhere he works so much in terms of just fine tuning the movie that in its own way it carries a word of mouth and
Absolutely.
people come to it.
And I'm sure he oversees every department
Right.
of the movies, because the directors who he's made brilliant films with have not been able to repeat that level of performance again without him.
Right.
I don't mean to knock those gentlemen who
Absolutely.
directed those movies,
Absolutely.
but I really think that it was Aamir's input which made those movies as memorable as they are.
So recently you had a loss. Mr. Om Puri, he passed away, and you've spoken about him in your autobiography as well, and even he has always spoken about you in very very glowing terms. This entire incident which you had with Jaspal, and he actually came to, in fact, harm you physically, and Omji
Yeah.
was there. How much of a loss do you feel is it for the film industry?
The film industry will go on. Nobody is indispensable as far as the film industry is concerned.
Okay.
I mean, they can do without anybody, provided their films keep making money. No one is indispensable there. It's a loss to his loved ones, and it's a potentially great old age cut short, which is what I am upset about. I am grieved, of course, but I'm angry with him for not looking after himself.
Right.
He had a responsibility to look after him. He had no business letting himself go to seed the way he did. So, well, that's the path he chose. But the fact is that he had a very full life. He achieved everything he wanted to, considering where he started and where he got. For a person who couldn't speak English well, he did 25 English language films.
Absolutely.
He came close to being nominated for Oscars. He got an OBE and all that sort of thing. I think he was pretty satisfied, tript, jisko kehte hain, career-wise. He didn't have the urge to do anything more. The fact that his personal life was in a mess was a sad thing.
Right, but sir, it also came to light that somehow he was quite hurt with the entire thing, the way the news channels in the last few months of his life, the way they just
Yeah.
just it was hurtful for many people. Even personally, I felt that
Yeah,
he was
news
totally
channels, yeah, they're like
misquoted
vultures.
out of
They feed
context.
on this kind of thing.
Ji,
They were hardly kind to him. He was going through a very bad phase.
right,
He was very unhappy.
right,
And all they could do was to mock him and report unsavory facts, which they should not really have been doing. They should have left him alone. He made mistakes, no doubt,
right,
but who doesn't?
absolutely.
I think at least it's a good thing. It was timely in the sense that he'll be remembered with regard and with love. If this had gone on for another few years, I don't know what his state would have been.
Right.
So I pray for his soul to rest in peace. I'm sure he's in a happier place than he was.
So this entire incident that has happened with on the sets of Padmavati with Mr. Bhansali recently, and the entire drama that has been taking place.
Yeah, I'm not qualified to talk on that because I really don't know what the film Padmavati contains, and I have no idea of the accurate history of that. So
Absolutely.
I'm not.
Absolutely.
But it's getting very worrisome that
Right.
these
Actually,
extra constitutional
Jaya
authorities.
Bachchan, I'm sorry to interrupt you, sir. Jaya Bachchan ji has said in Rajya Sabha yesterday, I don't know if you're aware of it or
No,
not,
I'm
and
not.
she has that creativity should not be subjected to such treatment, and sometimes they are threatened, sometimes for films are not allowed to be screened, sets are vandalized, and it takes a violent turn as it happened in Jaipur recently. What message are we sending to the film fraternity, which is one of the most important and vibrant ambassador of the country?
Yeah.
This is what she has said in the Rajya Sabha
Yeah,
yesterday.
it's right, but it's nothing new.
Ji.
This has been happening always.
Yes, sir.
There was a film called Kissa Kursi Ka in the Congress time. which made fun of the emergency, which was banned, and the print was burnt,
Okay.
and the producer was threatened, and so on. So it's coming to light a lot more now. It's becoming more blatant. But the fact is, the precedent has been set long ago. Jesus Christ Superstar was banned by the Congress government.
Right.
Satanic Verses was banned by the Congress government.
Was banned by Congress.
Yeah. So what's happening now is nothing new. The frequency with which it is happening is worrisome, and the you know the alacrity with which people take to violence.
Correct.
Yeah. But I really don't know what occurred on the sets, so I'm not qualified to say.